David Beckham. I knew who he was.
He's a style icon as well, which is
Yeah,
cool.
but I never had an opinion of him like as a person because I just never looked into it that much.
Mm.
But I watched it and I was like, oh, like he seems like a cool dude. Like that sounds like an odd way to describe it, but he just seems like...
Well, he's definitely a cool dude. Yeah.
No, like he was just talking and he just sounded just like a dude, like just like a regular,
genuine.
just like a regular.
I mean, that was probably the point of the
guy.
documentary to make him seem like that, but yeah.
Maybe, but you know, I've watched documentaries and been like when I watched The Last Dance, for example. Did you watch The Last Dance?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What else are you doing in lockdown?
Yeah, exactly. Well, when Michael Jordan was on, like I didn't get that impression from Michael Jordan. Like,
No,
I was watching.
he is clearly a knob. No offense, Michael.
You reckon?
Don't you reckon?
I think he's mentally ill.
Yeah, probably.
I do.
I don't know. Yeah.
Why do you think he's a knob?
Well, I'm sure people around him would have thought he's hard to work with, right? Knob's probably a little bit too harsh from him, but
No, I was watching that with the people who I was watching with.
Didn't he punch Steve Kerr in the face or something because he wasn't playing well enough?
He punched Steve Kerr in the face. Yeah, they were all. It wasn't that simple, but yeah, they were at training or something, and then like Michael shoved him because he fucked something up, and Michael was like, "You fuck with it," and shoved him.
Right. Okay.
So then Steve was like, "Not copping that," shoved him back,
whack,
and then Michael just smacked him.
Okay.
But it's still probably not.
I mean, just when you're pursuing greatness in your chosen field at Hardley, you're gonna have people that don't like you. So.
Well, that's the thing. That's the cost of that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the cost. That's why I say he's mentally ill, because he's so obsessed with winning.
Yeah.
So obsessed. Like, you hear stories about, if you beat him at, pool, he wouldn't talk to you for 4 days.
Yeah, right.
Or, if you're playing table tennis and you're beating him, he would refuse to leave until he beat you.
Yeah.
So you'd be playing for, hours, because, say you're better than him.
Right.
He would not leave until he beat you.
Yeah, right, wow.
That's what I mean, to be...
So the opposite to me. I remember when we were playing pool, I was like, fuck this, I'm so shit. Yeah.
But that's the thing is, to be... And that's the question is okay, to be that great, that's almost a necessity.
Got to make quite a few sacrifices with your personal relationships and stuff like that.
I think you need an element of mental illness to be that great.
Isn't there that genuine creativity sort of only sprouts from mental illness and different sort of ways of patterns of thinking and stuff like that? Genuine creativity only sprouts from that space.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I remember hearing it somewhere that just genuine new creativity in arts and stuff like that only sprouts from a mental illness, a person with a mental illness. And I don't know, just something I heard.
No, I think it's true. I would almost and just say anyone who wants to achieve greatness in any field has to have something.
Have an edge. Might not necessarily a mental illness or something like that, but just be prepared to be different. So.
Well, I remember talking to someone about Elon Musk.
Yep.
And they said he's so on the spectrum, and I was like, of course he is.
Yeah.
Everyone's
on the spectrum, eh?
Yeah, but nobody is that smart.
Yep.
And not, got something going on.
Yeah.
Nobody's that intelligent and not, a bit fucking weird. And maybe,
just something different.
Well, 10%, well, the rough number that I've read is that 10% autism is a competitive advantage.
Really?
That's legit. I wish I had a little bit more autism. I'm being serious.
Such a crazy thing to say, but
it's a crazy thing to say, but I'm dead serious. But there's, obviously it's crazy, but yeah, 10% autism is generally seen as a competitive advantage.
Yeah.
And the people who I've met who are brilliant at whatever they do. I remember when I was playing footy coming up with a few of the boys, and I'm not going to name names, but I met people who were infinitely better than I was.
Yep.
And people who are now playing in the AFL and doing incredibly well. I remember meeting them and I'm like, you've
got it.
You've got something.
Yeah,
you're not... you talk to them and you're like, you're not... I don't want to say normal, but you're a bit different.
Yeah, they've got an edge.
You're a bit different.
I
You're
get
not
you.
all there.
Yeah.
There's something going on. And there's been a sacrifice somewhere to equal out to be this great at something.
Yeah, that's interesting. I remember meeting people when I was younger that when I used to want to be a footballer as well. And I'd meet this person, they'd just be so... the way they talk about the game and stuff like that was just a bit different.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
probably going to make it.
You see it at a different level.
Yeah, looking back on it, I think that I didn't think it at the time.
Yeah.
At the time, I was probably just like, yeah.
Weirdo.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's probably what I thought.
By the
yeah.
way, you're a prick. Shut up.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But have you found that in your creative space?
Yeah.
Have you met people who are just so good and they're so brilliant?
Yep.
But
it's exactly
on the
same.
flip side, like they maybe don't have the best social skills.
Yeah,
and
sure, absolutely.
They're a bit fucking off.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
It's interesting, and then it's like, okay, do you want that? Because I said to you, Eddie, you can have achieved what Michael, like, do you want to live the life that Michael Jordan lives right now?
I mean, no, I would absolutely not want to do that.
Well, say you had no previous knowledge of him. And I said, here's Michael Jordan. He's the greatest basketball player of all time. He's a billionaire.
Oh, that's all I know.
You know, I'm just saying this thing. What he's achieved. He's, they've named the MVP award after him. He's got all of this. He's the greatest of all time. For a period, he was the most famous man on the planet.
Yep.
And he's a billionaire. Do you want to live that life?
I mean, you'd say yes.
You'd say yes. Yeah. And then I go, okay. And then I give you the details of how he got there. You know, he was in that documentary crying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was crying because...
His father passed away as well?
No, so he was cried then, but he was talking about how all of his teammates fucking hated him.
Yeah.
And he started crying.
So tragic, yeah.
But it's like, do you want that? Like, he had friends, but people fucking hated him. And
because of his pursuit of greatness.
Yeah. And he couldn't think about anything else. And he was so compulsively obsessed with winning.
Yeah.
So much so, he didn't have a childhood. He didn't have fun. He was just training. He was grinding. He had no social life. He didn't have fun. And at the end, you've achieved greatness, but there's almost been an element of trauma to get you there.
Absolutely.
And then you go, all right, now you've got that context. Do you still want that?
No, absolutely not.
It's interesting that you say. Because some would say yes.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
But you never know what somebody... There's something that somebody once said to me, you never know what someone has given up to get to where they are. And the grass may look green on the other side, but maybe it's not.
Just be happy with what you got kind of thing. Yeah.
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
Because some people don't want to live their life in the fucking gym with no friends.
Yeah.
Compulsively obsessed with winning to the point of having a mental illness.
And being famous as well would be a drag sometimes, I reckon. Of course, it'd be good.
In the documentary, seeing how famous he was, I was like, oh, I don't know.
Insane. Like, he had to just stay in his hotel.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that.
He was too famous. Everyone wanted him. And I was
no matter where he went. This is the kind of person that you could go anywhere in the world and they know who you are.
Well, that's what they did in the David Beckham doco. Did you see that? Where they, when he was playing in the Spanish, or whatever league it was, I can't remember, but he went to play...
He played in Spain, I think.
Yeah, he went to play in that competition, and then while he was there, they did something where they're like, we're going to try to find someone who doesn't know who David Beckham is.
Oh, sick.
And they found someone, and it was like, this is, I shit you not, like, it sounds stupid, but it's in the doco. And and he was like this goat farmer.
Really?
Who didn't know that that TVs were a real thing. And he lived in this hut by himself in the middle of, in the Middle East somewhere. Just in some, completely isolated.
Yeah, right.
And they found him. And they're like, do you know who David Beckham is?
Funny.
And he didn't. And they're like, we finally found someone. But, they went all over the world.
Wow.
And everybody knew who he was.
Who do you think are some other people that would be like that? Like, you'd know them everywhere.
Right now?
Yeah,
or just
right now. I feel like someone like Trump or Biden, everyone would know them.
Everyone would know who... Maybe not Biden, but everyone would know who Donald Trump is.
Everyone would know Biden as well, right? Surely. You always know the American president.
I think more people would know Donald Trump than Joe
that's
Biden.
Fair. Yeah, because he's a nutter.
Whatever. Yeah. I think people would know him.
Yeah.
Kanye?
No, if you're not into music, why would you know Kanye?
Just for being a fuckwit?
Yeah.
For being a goose? For saying outlandish shit?
That's true.
Fashion scenes.
Fashion scene, true.
People would know Kanye.
A lot of people would know Kanye.
There would probably be some people who know Kanye who don't even know he makes music. Because he's almost transcended the idea of a musician.
Yeah.
He's an example. He's an example of what we're talking about. That to achieve greatness, do you need an element of mental illness?
Yes.
I think Kanye's a great example of that.
To think differently. Yeah.
Yeah, what you were saying, creativity, to be genuinely creative,
Yeah.
to think of something completely original.
I wish I can remember where I've read that or heard that.
It's an interesting quote. I agree with it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of someone else. Taylor Swift?
Swift
She's
them.
pretty...
Especially now.
She's pretty fucking big, man.
I'm thinking more like someone like Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi.
Oh, Ronaldo.
I reckon
sorry,
those
course.
two would be, everyone would know them.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Actually, you're 100% right. Yeah, Ronaldo, Messi.
And like Beyonce as well, someone like that. Does everyone know Beyonce?
I don't know if I'd say Beyonce. Maybe.
Maybe like 10 years ago.
There was a point, yeah. But then again, if they knew her 10 years ago, they still know her name.
True.
This is the thing, is like, all the question is like, all right, do you know who Beyonce is? How many people would say yes? So everyone in the Western world would say yes.
Yeah, it's just that it's away from the Western world.
Yeah, it's everything. It's worldwide. Who would know? So like, because Ronaldo plays in the Saudi league,
Exactly. So if you go to
Everyone would know
Namibia in Africa, you ask, Cristiano Ronaldo.
they would know.
He's probably wearing his top.
Yeah,
So-
they would know who that is. And
Yeah.
same as Messi, because soccer's obviously...
I feel like they
the
wouldn't
world
know
game.
Kanye because they wouldn't listen to his music. Like they wouldn't have any way
He's
of.
probably not on that level,
Yeah.
you're right. Is it just athletes then? Because sport is the universal. I've always
Yes.
found that. I believe sport to be the universal language.
Yeah, it is in in every country and every like social status. It probably is.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
I can't think of anyone.
LeBron?
Else. Yeah, LeBron another one, but basketball's smaller than soccer, so
But then again, Michael Jordan achieved that status.
He did.
But he was different.
he's different, as discussed. But LeBron would be one, probably.
Probably up there, yeah. I'm pretty sure he was the third highest paid athlete in the world.
Yeah, right.
Canelo, maybe?
Does he get more than Giannis? Giannis is my boy.
LeBron would get more than Giannis.
Damn it.
LeBron's a billionaire.
Oh,
Straight up billionaire.
yeah, wow, that's cool.
Oh, Djokovic.
Oh, could be one.
Could be.
I think not same level as soccer again, but that's another one.
Tennis is pretty big.
I don't
Tennis
like
is
watching
pretty big.
tennis. Ugh.
I don't love watching tennis,
playing
but
it.
I respect the athletes and I respect how big it is. Like tennis
That's
is
crazy.
massive.
It is crazy how those three guys have just dominated that sport.
Oh, it's crazy,
Yeah.
man. It's so fortunate how I remember. And you know Andy Murray, the English
Yeah,
guy?
I saw him play at Wimbledon.
Yeah. Oh, really? That's
It's really
sick.
cool.
I remember
Yeah.
he had a really interesting because he seems like a very humble guy.
He does.
And-
yeah.
Because he's always been, for the longest time, he was
Fourth
number
best.
4.
Yeah.
Because there was just those three.
Which is the worst one to be.
Oh, it
yeah.
sucks. Because no one's
You're not
like,
on the podium.
no one's like the top 4. There's always like the top
yeah,
3.
Yeah.
But
It's always the big three.
the
You're right.
interview, yeah, and the interviewer was like, "Oh, do you feel like angry or upset or whatever that
It's been this way.
you happen to be playing? Like you're great, and you've just happened to be in the exact same time that the top 3 players of all time are all playing."
That will probably ever play as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
And they said like, and he was so humble, and he said, "No, I feel incredibly fortunate."
Yeah.
And he said because I get to witness greatness.
And his wins just mean
firsthand.
so much more.
Yeah, but you're right. And his main message was like, I get to witness this greatness firsthand, and
Yeah.
I get to live it. And I thought that was a incredibly humble point of view because he could have been like, yeah, fucking like, if I was born 50 years ago, I might be the greatest of all time because I wouldn't be playing these guys. But either way, he was just like, no, I feel incredibly lucky. Who do you think is the best then out of those 3?
I don't know
Djokovic
enough
and-
tennis, but doesn't Djokovic have the most wins or something?
Did he overtake Nadal? Because Nadal.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay, it's one of those 2. They've both overtaken Federer.
Yeah.
But
I love
people still
Federer.
say that Federer is number 1.
He looked so smooth when he played.
So smooth. And he played till he was really... Okay, he's old. Is he older than them? He's older than them, isn't he?
Yes.
I'm
Well,
pretty
he stopped playing already. The other two are still playing.
yeah. But Djokovic is old as fuck.
I like Nadal. He just
He was always... I always
so
thought
much
he's...
grunt.
Oh, he's a bit more swaggy.
Yeah.
His fits were always a bit more swaggy. Had that Nike deal.
Yeah.
But Federer's a billionaire.
Yeah, right.
Federer's a billionaire because of the Uniqlo deal.
Uniqlo.
You know Uniqlo.
Oh yeah, I love Uniqlo.
Yeah.
You wearing Uniqlo right now?
I am.
Knew it. Oversized Uniqlo tee, classic.
Sponsor me.
So
Spono deal, maybe?
yeah,
No, yeah, I love their tees. But yeah, they got a massive deal with Federer, and he's like a billionaire from it.
yeah.
Who else is a billionaire? Which athletes? LeBron's a billionaire. Ronaldo.
Well, Messi would be as well.
Ronaldo would be higher paid than Messi, I think. Is he?
Probably because he's got that like personality more so than Messi.
I would probably say Ronaldo would have more money than Messi.
I agree with you. Yeah.
So I would say Ronaldo probably. Messi might be.
Messi just played at one club his whole career.
Well, he's
Played
at the Miami. He's
moved now.
But yeah, he was. He stayed. He was more loyal. Ronaldo.
So he would have got less money to continue playing at the same place.
Ronaldo jumped around a little bit more. Floyd Mayweather apparently was a billionaire.
Oh, the boxer.
Yes, that's him. The boxer. Yep, that's him. Who else? Oh, is Tiger Woods? Did you see that Nike have just parted ways with Tiger Woods?
They did what?
Nike have just parted ways with Tiger Woods.
Why?
He's not really playing anymore.
He cheated on his wife again?
I don't know. He's done it enough times. I don't think that is
fair enough.
the reason.
Probably
if they
doesn't
stuck
matter
with
when
him for
that
the
happens.
first 7 times, then the 8th shouldn't do anything. No, but it's because he's not playing really, I think.
Right.
I think the deal just came to an end. Like his contract with them.
He's pretty old now.
Well, he's basically
You
done.
play golf forever though.
Well, he's another one. He's another one like Michael, where it's like, hey, at what cost to achieve that? Because would I be foolish in saying that he's the consensus greatest of all time for golf?
I don't know. I don't know enough about golf, but that's what I hear.
I might get slammed for that, but mate, as far as I'm concerned, he's the greatest of all time.
Right.
I've read his book though. His dad was nothing short of abusive.
Yeah, right.
Blatantly abusive.
Just getting him to play golf all the time, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And just being horrible.
Yeah, used to like be on the course, would be like calling him the N-word, yelling at him,
Right.
calling him pathetic, or blatant abuse. But had him playing golf when he was like, as soon as he could walk, his dad made him start playing golf.
Damn.
He and then you get to that point where it's like, okay. And then he obviously had that period where his mental health went down the drain and he started doing a bunch of stupid shit. But it's sort of like, no wonder.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder he's having mental health battles.
Well, look at his upbringing. Yeah.
Exactly. And then it's like, all right, do you want Tiger Woods' success?
No, not if you have to.
And that's the thing.
with
Most
that,
people
yeah.
would say yes. And then you go, all right, do you want... Because if you want the good, you got to have everything that came with it.
Yeah.
And most people would probably say no.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, but now is it worth it? Like, he's a billionaire. He lives such a luxurious lifestyle. Maybe. But he's so traumatized from the abuse that his dad gave him.
Yeah.
Like, he was dominant, especially coming up the ranks, the likes that no one has ever seen.
Yeah, a different way of playing, basically, right?
Yeah, he basically reinvented the game.
Yeah, right.
But at what cost? His dad just abused the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Used to, like, not give him food. Fucking...
Probably not worth it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. To some people it is, man.
I mean, it'd be good to talk to him and ask him what he thought. But
Get him on the body.
get him on the pod. Yeah. Next
Tiger.
guest. Yeah.
No, it would be an interesting conversation, though, because he was forced. Michael Jordan chose.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Michael Jordan chose to live that life. Tiger Woods was kind of
Yeah, Mark was different.
forced to.
Yeah.
Kobe was similar. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I don't know much about Kobe.
He was sort of like the exact same as Michael Jordan, but just like slightly not as good. But that's not. Right. He was still like probably top 10 of all time, but he's just not Michael Jordan. But he still was the same mindset and the same just ridiculous.
Probably didn't have many friends as well.
Everyone hated him.
Yeah.
It's a well documented thing. He would just like abuse his teammates. He would refuse to pass them the ball.
It sucks.
He would refuse to pass them the ball because his logic was, you haven't worked as hard as I have, so why would I trust you with the ball?
Wow, such incredible self-belief.
That's his mindset.
Yeah, wow.
Because he was like, he's like, if I'm in the gym before you are, and then you leave before I do, why would I trust you with the ball when I know that you haven't worked as hard as I have?
And I put the work in.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I don't know, man. Mental illness can Oh, it's such a dicey thing to say, but like...
It's not mental, it's just like...
No, what would you not categorise that?
I don't know, yeah. Well, what do you consider to be a mental illness, I guess? So, just a different mindset. Your brain just works differently, I guess, but...
Yeah, we're all wired differently.
It's not neurotypical, I guess. It's just slightly neurodivergent. Right?
Isn't that what mental illness is?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just trying to think of another way to say it.
No, but I think you're right, though. But isn't that what that is?
Yeah.
Your neurological pathways just aren't sort of commuting the same way.
In a typical manner, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. Coming up in your field, you'll probably find that even more. You'll find some people.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you looking to get out of theatre acting? Are you looking to get into more like film?
Well, I would love to get to this this school and then find out what I really want to do.
What's it called again?
It's called WAPA,
Whopper.
which is a West Australian agency, something for the performing arts. I forget what the acronym stands for. That's bad. But yeah.
Okay, and you sent in a video, didn't you?
I sent in a audition video.
That's clutch.
Did a Romeo monologue and stuff like that.
Good job.
Yeah.
What's the acceptance rate?
Not high.
Not high. Okay. And you sent one to both though. Is it the same school, just like different campuses, or is it completely different organisations?
Different organisations. So there's
what's the Melbourne one?
There's a bunch of the schools around the place. There's one called VCA, Melbourne Victorian Creative Arts.
But did you say you only sent 2?
I only sent one. They're the only 2 that I haven't heard back from. Sent one to Sydney called NIDA, which is quite a well-known one.
Okay. And that one fell through?
Yeah, that one fell through. Yeah.
It's okay.
We move.
We ball.
I'll just keep doing them if they
Fuck it, we ball.
keep saying no. But yeah.
Fuck it, we ball.
But I would like to do some more stuff behind the camera because I haven't done a lot of it. So
is that ideally? Like if I said to you right now, you could go wherever you want to go.
Honestly,